and just the whole idea. Do you want to? I don't want to spoil things for the audience, but I love the description you had on your website about what you were doing with Aisha and Aladdin. Do you want to be the one to clue in the audience that kind of like what that whole thing is without me giving away anything?
Sure. So Aisha is a thief called the Oiled Hand, and she steals to live. She steals to keep her home. She's taking care of her and her little dog, and while she wants more, she doesn't quite know how to get it. And one day, her landlord kind of puts two and two together that she might be a thief because she's always missing whenever there's a big heist that happens. And so he says, "You either pay me this much, 6,000 denarii, or you are out." And she has no idea how she's going to get that. She sells the few precious belongings that she had, but it's not nearly enough money. And she hears about this caravan of merchants with a lot of rare things that might be the ticket to saving the home she shared with her late mother. And one of the things that she steals is a bottle with a djinn trapped inside of it. Well, of course, she releases the djinn, she makes a couple wishes, but that third wish happens after the money not being accepted to stay in her home. And she reminisces, thinking back to her childhood playmate Aladdin when her mother was the seamstress for the Sultana, and wishes for that life. She wishes to be a princess. And of course, Jinn magic being what it is, takes the easiest path, and so rather than create a whole new kingdom for her to be princess of, she takes Aladdin's place, and she has to keep that secret of who she really is, or the spell breaks and she loses everything.
Very cool. Very cool storyline. Yeah. Just out of nowhere. No one else I think would have ever imagined such a twist on the whole idea of Aladdin and going that direction. I kind of look forward to looking at that book one of these days, and I'll just have to add it to my wish
It's on
list.
pre-order on Amazon now, so if anyone's interested, it's there. If you prefer a physical copy, wait for February 24 is when it
Very
comes
cool.
out. And you can grab a hardback or a paperback
Very
copy.
cool. Now, where like how did you come up with this idea? What was the inspiration for this story?
I should have written down their username, but I believe I was on a live when I was still pretty active on TikTok. I'm trying to get back into the social media thing. I took a long hiatus because my students found my account and I didn't know how to
Boy.
interact with it without or with that being an issue because a bunch of them started following and I'm like, I don't know how to handle this.
Mm,
So I'm trying to get back into it now that I'm a little bit more social media savvy. But I was on a live and I got the idea from someone there, and I should have written down their usernames so that I could put them in the dedication. But they actually kind of had this initial question, like, what if Jasmine was the thief? And I took that initial question and just kind of ran
yeah.
with it. What if I couldn't use Jasmine because then I'm on copyright
Right. I
infringement?
get you.
I can retell an Aladdin story just fine because 1001 Arabian Nights is old enough that I don't need to worry about copyright infringement at all. But so I adapted the idea from there, and I had a lot of fun creating the characters and the plot line, and a couple of the characters leave things open for more books down the line. I'm actually planning. Aisha meets an aunt of Aladdin's during her time in the courts, and that character is likely to make an appearance or be a main character in a Cinderella retelling that I'm
Ah,
thinking that I'm putting
very
together.